Hello, everybody. Miss Kayla here. I know I look a mess. I'm basically chilling, probably getting ready to go to bed. I already took a nap, but yeah. I just wanted to make a video to tell y'all that I'm still here. I know some of you have probably looked at some of the videos I've posted, gaming videos anyway. But I'm still here. Um, I just got a job, so I I know I will be posting stuff again, but not as much as I was. Like I've been active mostly on Twitch, but I haven't forgot about YouTube. So the material is coming. It's just gonna take a little time. I know I still got games to finish and whatnot, but the main reason why I'm uploading this video is to talk about The Walking Dead season 11 finale. I know I'll probably stop doing my review talk. I used to do review talks like after the episode or before the episode would air. And so sorry I forgot. I stopped doing that. I'm so sorry. Just a lot was going on. I was in college. My mom got sick and she's still sick. So, um, as you can see, I got my King Ezekiel shirt on. I had this on all day today. I even went to my orientation wearing this shirt. Nobody said anything, but I was wearing it. And I got my Marvel PJ bottoms on. I love Marvel. I'm a Marvel addict. So, yeah. But I'm here to talk about The Walking Dead season 11 finale, which was the very last episode of the entire main show. Very last season, should I say. I hope the lighting's okay. I kind of brightened it up on my camera, but there is a light right here and a light above me. Kind of bad lighting, but just bear with me. Um, so yeah, I cried at least 5 or 4 times while watching this episode, and Talking Dead included. Um, where do I start? It's kind of fuzzy to remember every single detail because I was just full of adrenaline and emotional and just a mess that day. Like, I watched the red carpet thing. I watched that online through YouTube. That was exciting. Um, let's see. Sorry, I keep saying I'm sorry. I'm just nervous. It's been a long time since I've done, a talk video with you guys. So yeah, bear with me. Um, so first scene we see is of Daryl going into the hospital with Judith, carrying her because she just got shot by Pamela, as all y'all know. So he's calling out for help and stuff, and he gets. I totally missed this. That's why I say I got to go back and watch it again because I was just so full of excitement that day that I just don't remember. That's how I am when I'm excited about something. Like when I go see Marvel movies. Like when I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home, I was excited that I was shaking. But I'm off topic here. But yeah, Daryl gets knocked out by one of the Commonwealth soldiers. I totally missed that whole part. Like I said, I knew he had a black eye, but I didn't know how he got it. But he got knocked out by one of the Commonwealth soldiers. Had a huge black eye, and while he was knocked out, Judith got up and was trying to close the door before the walkers got in and ate him. So she just mustered up all her courage, like to get up while she's bleeding and lock the doors. And a little fun fact about the opening for The Walking Dead is our classic opening. Bear McQuarrie, I hope I'm saying his name right. Oh God, he actually had an orchestra, y'all, do the theme song for that episode. Like, go back and watch it and then watch the other ones. It sounds different. I mean, it sounds the same, but it sounds different at the same time. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But, Yeah, they're in the hospital and they cut to I'm probably missing some stuff, but you get the gist of it. Um they cut to our people still battling the herd outside, and Luke and his girlfriend Jules get snatched up. Jules gets all bitten up. Luke get his ankle meat, like Tomaj be saying. Shout out to Tomaj. Tomaj be talking about ankle meat. um, yeah, he got his ankle meat bitten off. So I assume that Magna and them chopped his leg off, but it was very unsuccessful. He bled out and he died. Like I said, I'm not gonna go scene for scene because I really don't remember every single thing because I was so excited to watch the episode. But but he died and bled out, and he gave the girls his harmonica that he had in his pocket. Told them to keep the music going because Luke was into the whole music thing. So yeah, and Greg Nicotero said that that was the very first scene that they filmed, and they really was putting on a show. They were crying. I forgot the girl's name. I'm sorry if I get names wrong. The girl that plays Magna, she had snot like actually dripping from her nose onto the guy that plays Luke, onto his forehead. Like I noticed that when I was watching it. That's what I noticed, and I'm just like, what? It's not. Like, I know that's not fake. Like, it was a lot too. Like, oh, it was crazy. And then like there's still walkers trying to get into this hospital that Daryl, Carol, Judith, Magna, Yumiko, Connie, Kelly, and Luke are still in this hospital. And they got a few side characters that we don't know nothing about that were in there too. Um, they're still in this hospital and there's still walkers like trying to get in. And so they go to deal, some of them go to deal with the walkers trying to come in. And then there's a walker with a freaking rock busting at the window. It kind of reminded me of, when Rick and Andrea and them were in that department store in season 1. And that one of the walkers, I think that it had a rock in its hand too, was trying to excuse me, y'all, trying to bust down the freaking door in the department store. It reminded me of that. So these are those variant walkers that people are talking about. Like, they've been around since season 1, but they're just now becoming more prominent. So yeah, I kind of wish that the variant walkers were still like being introduced throughout, but it's okay. It's whatever. So yeah, there's a walker with a rock, and he actually busts through the glass, and he's coming in, and everybody, all the other walkers are coming in. I'm just like, oh Lord. And so everybody's trying to fight him and stuff, and it's too many of them, way too many. And sorry y'all if my phone starts making noises while I'm recording. I should have put it on vibrate. Hold on. I hope it doesn't cut off. Wait, no, I'm not gonna mess with it. If y'all hear people saying, "Oh, you got mail" and all this stuff, I'm sorry. My phone's gonna be going off. I get tons and tons of notifications every day, all day. But let's see. So they're fighting off the walkers that's coming into the hospital, and oh, before that, Daryl, when he went out to go help the others, Daryl pulled a Shane. Where, remember when Shane put the hospital bed in front of the door so that so that nobody gets in the room that Rick is in? Well, Daryl did the same thing. Daryl put a hospital bed in front of he put a hospital bed, and he like pushed over a shelf onto Judith's door so that nobody gets in there. But as soon as those walkers came in, he hurried up and ran back to Judith's room, had to move everything back off the door and hurry up and get Judith out of the room because they had to go. So they couldn't just stay in Judith's room the whole time. I mean, the walkers would have eventually got into the room, because they got some of those variant walkers in there. So let me go. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my water. I'm thirsty. Alrighty, I'm back. Alright, okay. Alright, so Daryl has to move the shelf in the bed from Judith's room and get her out of there. So he hurry up and rolls her out while everybody's trying to, guard him and keep Judith out of harm's way. And walkers are just coming from every direction, and they're snatching up random characters that we don't know. So they're snatching them up and eating them, and they eventually get out, and they have to make it to I hope I'm saying his name right, his character name. Tommy? Is his name Tommy? What? I don't know. But they have to make it to him because he's a real doctor. And so they could save Judith's life and everything. So they eventually make it to him. But meanwhile, while all this is going on, Rosita's still looking for her baby. And Rosita, Father Gabriel, and Eugene finally find the house where the babies are being held. And when they first come in there, walkers are in there already eating people up. And all of a sudden they hear babies crying, and Rosita goes into full mama bear mode and starts taking off down the hallway. And Father Gabriel and Eugene are like fighting off walkers, like just killing them, as, Rosita goes down the hall. And Rosita goes into this room, and there are cribs turned over on top of the children. So somebody did something right. Protected those children. So the cribs are turned over on top of the babies to save the babies. And Rosita sees Coco, and there's a walker trying to grab at her, and just total chaos in this room. And freaking Rosita goes full freaking John Wick on these walkers, just shooting, kicking, just everything. And like my other favorite reactors said, those babies are probably deaf, because Rosita was shooting right close to the freaking cribs. Like, oh my God, like ears ringing. But shout out to all my favorite reactors too. Mashawn, of course, Tomaj, Jack, the governor. Like, some of you probably know these people. If you love Walking Dead, you know them. Like, they're the best. But yeah, Rosita finally saves Coco, and I don't know who the other children were. Like, but there were like at least 2 more other children in there, because Father Gabriel and Eugene each had a baby strapped to them, like on their back, I believe. Yeah, they each had a baby, so they made it out of that place, but they got trapped by the horde of walkers. They were inside of a fire truck, I want to say, or an ambulance or something. I can't remember all the details. Like, it was so fuzzy to me because I was so excited. But yes, they got trapped. Rosita, Eugene, and Father Gabriel were trapped in this ambulance or fire truck with the children. Rosita had Coco strapped to her chest. Father Gabriel and Eugene had the other children strapped to their backs, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Daryl and them make it to Tommy, and he starts, looking at Judith and everything. And meanwhile, the herd is still passing through Commonwealth, and we see Aaron. I'm probably going out of sequence. I'm so sorry. But if y'all want to go watch the episode for yourself, because I'm getting it all out of order, then go watch it. I recommend it. Highly recommend it. But yeah, they see the like, I don't know if it was Mercer or somebody else was about to go shoot at the horde that was coming by, but I think it was Ezekiel that told him to stop, because he saw Aaron and Lydia. So Aaron and Lydia come out of the horde, and not Father Gabriel, but Ezekiel was asking Lydia if she was okay, because he could see she was hurting. Of course, she ain't got no arm. So I guess they take her to Tommy too, and she gets, her arm taken care of and whatnot, because I'm sure she was in a lot of pain. But yeah, the last episode before that, Lydia got bit, and Jerry had to chop her arm off, and yeah, it was bad. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Like, I was in total shock. But Let's see what else happened. I'm so sorry if I go out of order with the episode. Like I said, y'all need to go watch it for yourself. It doesn't do it any like it was amazing, simply amazing. Um, let's see what happened. Well, I'm gonna skip. I know I'm skipping over stuff, but okay. Father Gabriel, Eugene, and Rosita finally get out of that ambulance or fire truck or whatever they were in, and they're fighting their way to try to get into this building. But to get to it, they got to go through the window. So they got to climb up this pipe, which I don't see how that was possible for them to climb up that thing. But anyways, they're climbing up this pipe, and like I was kind of sort of spoiled on what could possibly be happening in this scene. I've seen clips and pictures and all this stuff, so I knew one of them was gonna something was gonna happen. But okay, I don't understand. Like a lot of people say, they don't understand why Rosita didn't go first up the pipe, but Rosita was telling everybody else to go, and she told Eugene to go. Eugene went up the pipe first, and then Father Gabriel went up the pipe after that. And then Rosita went behind him, which I do not understand why she did not go first. So Rosita's trying to get up that pipe, and she and Father Gabriel and Eugene are already through the window, and they're reaching for her, and they're telling her to reach, and then she just falls into the horde. Like it was, I'm just looking at the TV like, oh my God. Like she just falls. At first I kind of thought she let go, but she fell. And I'm just like, oh my God. Because people were saying that Rosita was going to die. And I'm just like, oh, well, there we go. And then all of a sudden, you see this thing just rise up out of the horde, out of the place where she just landed. And she's fighting, like she's using that weapon she's been using for her last couple seasons or so. But she just, like, goes through the horde with this weapon. And she's still got Coco on her chest. She didn't land on top. Coco wasn't on her back, but she still got Coco strapped to her chest. And she's just fighting her way out of this horde. And she eventually climbs up onto the ambulance, and they got those variant walkers in that horde. And they're climbing onto the ambulance. And so she has no other choice but to jump. So she jumps back onto that pipe that they were climbing on, and eventually makes her way up to the window and gets through. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, it was pretty intense. I mean, y'all have to go watch it. Like me talking about it, I'm all out of sequence here. I'm probably gonna forget some stuff, so y'all have to go watch it. Like even if you stopped watching The Walking Dead, I know you probably don't know probably half of these characters. A lot of people stopped watching after the whole Glenn thing. I knew it was gonna happen. It's in the comic books, but I know a lot of people don't read the comic books, so it's whatever it is. But let's see what else happened. I'm trying to remember, y'all. I haven't went back and watched the episode since that Sunday it premiered, and I couldn't go back and watch it because I was still trying to process that my favorite TV show ended. And so I haven't been back to watch it yet. I mean, I want to. It's just, it's sad because I love The Walking Dead. I really do. I don't have every little piece of merchandise like I would like to have, but I love it. I love The Walking Dead. Like so many people that I know that put me on to the show actually stopped watching it after the whole Glenn incident, and I stuck it out because I kind of had a feeling it was going to be Glenn because of his whole comic book thing, because that was a big thing in the comic books, that whole Negan scene thing. So to see that played out, I'm just like, whoa. Like I wasn't too upset. I mean, I love Glenn. I love all of our main people, but I wasn't like upset like some of the people were. Like I watched different reactions to it. People were upset, like crying and just cutting up. Like I wasn't like that. I'm just looking at the TV like just with the covers, like just like oh my god, this is crazy. The only time I cried about that whole little situation was when they showed Talking Dead and you know the in memoriam thing they do on Talking Dead. That's the only time I cried because it's Glenn. You know he's been there from day one. You know that's the only time I cried. So I'm sorry, y'all. My allergies. So if y'all hear me, like it's my allergies acting up on me. But back to the episode. This video might be a little long. But back to the episode. I'm trying to remember what happened next. If I can, I'll just skip. All right. So most of our people are together at the Commonwealth. Oh, the jail. Mercer was arrested um because Pamela suspected he was, you know, doing something on the side, trying to overthrow her or something. And so he was arrested, so he's in jail. And Princess, who is his girlfriend, Princess comes and, you know, literally bust him out of jail. Like she blew the door off. Like she was like, "Baby, get back!" Boom, and the door just go back. It was so funny. I laughed. I kind of laughed at that part. She was like, "Baby, get back." But yeah. So she busts him out, and his sister. It was his sister and Princess. They were there, and his sister went and hugged him, and she's crying and everything. And Princess went and jumped on him and was kissing him and stuff. It was so fun. But they said on Talking Dead that when Paola is the name of the girl that plays Princess, and she jumped on Mercer, and he said that she squealed. Greg, I think it was Greg Nicotero said she squealed like during certain like the takes that they were doing, like so. It's understandable. I mean, it's totally understandable. Mercer is cute as fuck, but yeah, so they busted Mercer out. I should have bended that scene, but sorry, because Mercer was out there when the horde was coming in. Aaron and Lydia were in there hurt. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so backwards. But let's see. So Negan and Maggie are there, and Negan still wants to take out Pamela, like kill Pamela. Like that's the mission, to kill Pamela. But so he takes the rifle and they're all in some kind of house. I don't know. I missed it. I totally missed that part. They're all in the house and planning stuff. And Maggie's going around asking, "Have you seen Negan? Have you seen Negan?" And so she eventually finds him outside, and he's about to go up to the roof, I think, with the rifle that she had. And she's like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm going to take out Pamela." I'm probably exaggerating what they said, but he basically wants to go take her out. And she said that she wanted to do it, but Negan told her, like if she shoots Pamela, like all hell is gonna rain down on her, and he doesn't want that for her. He wants to be the one to do it. And basically, they had this real emotional conversation. Negan basically told Maggie he was sorry for what he took from her, meaning Glenn. He told her he was sorry, and he just basically said he was sorry. Like there was more to the conversation, but you'll just have to watch it for yourself because I can't really put it into the proper words. Like you'll have to go watch it. I'm sure there's some scenes on YouTube that y'all can watch. You can watch it like that if you want. But yeah, Maggie takes, after that whole conversation, Maggie takes the rifle and goes, starts walking up, and then she turns to Negan and says, "You coming?" I'm like, okay. Like we doing this. So Negan goes up there with Maggie, and they getting ready to shoot at Pamela. But inside the house, like everybody's gathered in there, and they're trying to come up with a plan. And then they hear gunshots, and Pamela is out there with the Commonwealth soldiers shooting at the civilians that's trying to get through the gate, because there's this gate, I guess, where the estates were, where all the, the rich people houses and whatnot, like a big subdivision, I guess, where the citizens were. And they're trying to get out, and they're shooting at people trying to get over this little wall, trying to get free, because the walkers are coming behind them. So they're trying to get out, and they're shooting at them, and Ezekiel is trying to tell Mercer, yeah, we need to help each other and all this stuff, and I'm not going anywhere, and we need to all do something. So everybody's in for it. Everybody's going in. And so they come up with this plan. Oh, before I get to that part, this is the sad part. I'm gonna get to the sad part. So Mercer's sister Max is sitting on this couch with Eugene, and Rosita's sitting kind of in the back of her, like on the floor or something, or on a fireplace ledge or something. I don't know. I don't remember every single detail. And she's like just stroking Coco's face, just looking at her. And Eugene sees her. He goes, because Max is like sleeping, and she has her feet propped up on Eugene. And he goes and gets up and goes to Rosita, and he's like asking her how she's doing. She's like, she's fine. And she's like, I'm fine. I'm just soaking it all in. Like, I don't remember what she said word for word, but she's basically looking at Coco and just stroking her face and just looking at her. And I'm sorry if that light is too bright, y'all. I'm just trying to get a perfect kind of light going on here. So Eugene is talking to Rosita about, taking Coco for swimming lessons at Oceanside. And he's talking about how we can't wait for summertime and all that stuff. And he told Rosita, he's like, can you wait for summertime, or something like that. He said something along those lines. And the moment I knew something was wrong is when I saw Rosita, one tear. I mean, there were several tears. I saw a tear fall from her eye when she looked up at Eugene. I knew automatically something was up. I knew. So, yeah, she got bit or scratched. It didn't, see, if she would have got bit, because it's set, because she pulled down her shoulder, she pulled down her shirt like this, so she got a mark right back here. If she would have got bit, she would have been bleeding a lot, and it wouldn't have been like, people would have saw that she was bleeding. But some people saying she just got scratched, which I saw behind the scenes photos of the prosthetics for her mark back there, and it does look like a big scratch. It doesn't look like an exact bite. So we're just gonna go with she got scratched. So she got scratched, and Eugene got up and went and looked at it, and he started crying like, oh my God. And then Rosita told him, no, we're not going to cry today. No crying today. And so he kind of toned down the crying and stuff like that. And she's like, you can't tell anyone, and, keep it quiet and whatnot. So he went back over. He got up, went back over to where Max was sitting. And Max could tell something was up with Eugene, but he told her he was fine. So, back to what I was about to say before that. So, the rest of the people are coming up with this plan to get rid of the horde and whatnot. And so they go out, they make their way outside, and they got guns in their hand pointed at the Commonwealth soldier and stuff like that. And Mercer walks up to Pamela, and he's talking to her, and she's calling him a traitor and all this stuff. I'm like, cut it out, Pamela. And so that lady Commonwealth soldier that was with her, who arrested Mercer in the last episode, she eventually, turns a new leaf and goes on Mercer's side. But before that all happened, Father Gabriel, y'all remember when Father Gabriel first got introduced, right? Like, he was a big problem. Like, I didn't like Father Gabriel at first, like, not at all. But he earned his spot when our group got to Alexandria, and there was that herd in Alexandria, when he took Judith to the church safely and everything. But Father Gabriel, during that scene I'm talking about, he walked. He's like, we gotta let these people in. He's like, anybody who gets in my way, getting dealt with, whatever. I don't remember what was said in that scene, but it was great. Father Gabriel started walking up to that gate, and the Commonwealth soldiers that were for Pamela had their guns pointed at him, ready to shoot him. And he just kept walking. And he just stood there in front of that gate because he wanted to let those people in. And it was a callback to when remember when Father Gabriel had his church and he locked his congregation out when the apocalypse was bad and everything, and everybody in his congregation died. So it's a callback. Like, he's redeemed himself. Like, he wants to let these people in and not have them suffer at the hands of the walkers. So the lady Commonwealth soldier that was with Pamela, she finally was like, because Daryl stepped in and was like, you made this place like the old world, and that was the fucking problem. That's what he said, basically. That's the fucking problem. And so that's when the woman soldier said, he's right, so all the Commonwealth soldiers, chilled out, and Mercer had Pamela arrested. And Negan and Maggie were up there ready to shoot Pamela, ready. And before Pamela, so they gave the key to the gate to Father Gabriel to open up the gate. So he opened the gate up and let the civilians in. And then, here come the walkers. Like, they were really close behind them. So they let all the people in, locked the gate back, and then that's when the walkers were up against the gate. And who should be the one walker that stands out, like that Pamela noticed, was freaking Lance Hornsby. Like, it took me a while to look at the crowd, and I'm like, oh, that's Lance. It took me a minute to realize what was going on at that scene. And y'all, I was screaming at the TV. I actually wanted Lance to bite Pamela. And I know that's kind of a callback to how Carol died in the comic books. She let a walker bite her. And but I really did want Lance to bite Pamela. I was screaming at the TV. I was like, bite her. Bite her, bite her, bite her. Like, like I was not playing. But then, was it Maggie or Negan? I think it was Maggie. Maggie shot Lance. And Judith was all better, I guess, and standing there and telling the governor, it's not too late. You can make the place a better place and all this stuff. And like, that's when Pamela was just snapped out of it and didn't let Lance bite her and stuff like that. And Maggie shot Lance. But so yeah, they arrested Pamela. And Negan said that that's worse than death because he should know he was in jail for a very, very long time, at Alexandria. So, but let's see what else happened. So everybody, all the Commonwealth soldiers and everybody are working together now, and they come up with this plan to get rid of the horde that's behind the gate, which I assume is most of the horde. Like there's no other horde anywhere else. I think Pamela just set the horde loose in the States. So that's where the walkers were. So they come up with this plan to blow up, the whole estates. So they find these barrels of like explosives and gasoline or whatever was in there, and they start like dumping gasoline in the sewers and just everywhere, and setting up barrels by the I don't exactly know how they did all this though. Like we see them doing certain things, setting up dynamite and stuff, but they had to go into the states to do this. So how did they sneak past the horde? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. I have to go back and watch the episode. I know that much. But so they do that and they start blasting music. So I guess they did sneak into the States. I don't know. But cuz they set up some stuff in Pamela's house. And I think Pamela's house is within the estates. Cuz they blew her shit up. But they're blasting music through the speakers and everything, and they got this little thing rigged to like blow up in Pamela's house, because you see Pamela's photo albums, like not photo albums but picture frames of her and Sebastian, and I need to go back and watch that. I really do, because there's a man in those pictures and I swear it looks like Lance, but I could be tripping. I don't know. I swore it looked like Lance. But I'm gonna go back and watch the episode. I just don't know when. But so they rigged this thing. They rigged the states to explode, and it was the most awesome thing I've ever seen in Walking Dead. Like I've seen a lot of awesome episodes and stuff, but woo, that scene, like the effects, like, oh, y'all just have to go watch it. Like type in The Walking Dead season 11 finale explosion scene or something like that to see what I'm talking about, because it was awesome. Like I was just looking at the TV like, oh my god, like that was freaking awesome. So they blew up all the walkers and everything was cool. And let's see what else happened. So Pamela's in jail and she's still talking shit. And and Daryl and Carol are down there with her. And Carol's doing most of the talking. And and when Carol left out of the jail, she's like, at least we don't have to worry about who gets your house. I'm just like, what? Carol, what? Like, Carol has done a lot of shady things to me, but she's a beast. She really is a beast. Like, oh, I was like, wow, Carol, wow. But yeah, I know I'm probably missing some stuff, y'all. Oh, Elijah and Jerry were in the midst of that horde. I totally forgot this. I'm going so far back. Elijah and Jerry were in that horde that was behind the gate. So when they were letting the civilians in, they hurry up and ran so they can get out. And so Elijah got reunited with Lydia, and Jerry was looking for his family. And Ezekiel, I think it was Ezekiel, who told him that his family was okay. They're at Alexandria, so Jerry's fine. Because we were worried about Jerry, because Jerry was saying some shady stuff before he left out that trailer to go back out into that horde. Like he was saying, see you on the other side and piece of cobbler and all that stuff. I'm like, Jerry, stop saying that. That's signs of death right there. Don't say that stuff. And so he's okay. Elijah's okay. Aaron's okay. Lydia's okay. They were all the ones that were in the horde. The only two people that didn't survive, I mean, they got out the horde, but they didn't survive, was Luke and Jules. So let's see what happened after that. I know I'm missing some stuff, So I'm sorry if I missed stuff. Um, so everything's hunky dory now. I'm probably jumping ahead, but they have this big feast. I don't know whose house they were in, but they have this big feast. It looks like Thanksgiving dinner. They have food and everything, and everybody's laughing, drinking, having fun. Judith is feeding dog food and stuff like that. Like everybody's all happy, and um, oh, I forgot. Since I'm talking about that part, um, Negan. They show Negan holding his whisperer mask, and he tosses it to the. I don't know if he tossed it. Was that a fire in front of him? I don't know if he tossed it in a fire or just tossed it somewhere. But he tosses it, and Maggie comes out there to talk to him. And this is another good scene and very emotional scene. Um, like she basically told Negan, like I can't remember exactly what she said. Like I need my laptop here with me so I could look up quotes and stuff that were said. But I'm not gonna get all that right now because it's gonna take a while for that laptop to come on. But basically, I don't know word for word what she. I don't remember what she said. Like I said, I was too excited while watching the episode. I mean, she basically told Negan, you know, that Glenn was a beautiful person, which he was, and she told Negan that him and Annie have earned their place. They could stay, and they've earned their place to stay. And she's like, basically, I can't forgive you. She's like, um, I'm trying to think, y'all. Sorry. It was a very memorable scene. I just can't think word for word of what she said. Basically, she told him she's trying to get to the point where she can, you know, freely like talk to him and be around him and stuff. She's trying. So, and she told him if there are days, you know, when she can't look at him or talk to him or work with him, you know, that is why, because of what he did to Glenn. So she said she's trying, y'all. She's trying to get past all of this. For people who saying she needs to get past it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to get past it either. I mean, you killed my husband right in front of me in a very brutal way, and he didn't do anything. I mean, let's be real here. I'm getting off topic. I mean, Rick's people did go in there and, you know, basically massacre his people. These people were sleeping. And they went in there and just stabbed them while they were sleeping. So I wouldn't say I totally understand why Negan did what he did, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm on two sides of the fence, but I don't like what Negan did to Glenn. I don't. I mean, I knew it was coming. It was in the comics, but I don't like it. But at the same time, people, you know, it's like they say, like, what if you were looking at the show through Negan's eyes the whole time? Like, then you would think Rick and his people are the bad people. Which I get that. I get that whole thing. But now we're seeing it, you know, through Rick and his people eyes. I mean, I must admit, Rick was kind of, when that whole thing was going where they were about to meet up with the lineup and everything, Rick was kind of cocky. Like he was like, "Oh, we could take Negan." Like he wasn't saying that, but it was just he was cocky, like to say, "Oh, they're not the saviors are not nothing. They're not a problem." Like basically just cocky as hell. Like it kind of rubbed me the wrong way when he was being so cocky. I'm like, dude, like I heard about Negan in the comic books. I wasn't reading the comic books around that time. I never read the comic books. But I got the compendium series. I got the 3 books. I know there's 4. I believe there's 4. But I only got 3 of them. So I didn't read them all just yet, but I started reading them, and the comic books are really, really good. But I knew about the whole Negan thing in the comic books, and I was kind of terrified to see that play out on TV because I'm like, oh my God, like I know what's gonna happen. But when that whole lineup thing happened, I kind of spoiled myself because I got tired of it. Was during a break, when Negan, they didn't show who he hit and stuff like that, and then there was a big break. Like I got tired of waiting, and I started like they didn't really spoil. I mean, some places probably did spoil it, but they didn't really spoil it. They would had like audio released and stuff like that. And I listened to the audio and I'm just like trying to analyze everything. I'm like, ooh, who he killed? Because I know Glenn takes it in the comic books, but I'm like, because I heard that there were going to be two deaths. So I'm like, two deaths? I'm like, only Glenn died in the comic book. So who else is there? Who else is he going to kill? So that's when I just got impatient. And I'm just like, I need to know. So at the time, I was a member of this Facebook page called like Spoiling Dead Fans or something like that, where they got somebody on the, I wouldn't say on the inside, but somebody was taking pictures on the set of, you know, people coming and going and whatnot and all that stuff. I don't know how they did that, but yeah. And basically, they were like talking about who was spotted on set and who, I don't know, it was something that gave it away. I don't remember what it was, but basically I did find out that it was Abraham and Glenn. So yeah. But getting back to the episode, basically Maggie told him, she'll never forgive him, but she's trying. Which that's all we need. We need her to try, but we know it's not going to be hard. It's not going to be easy to forgive him completely. So Negan didn't say anything during this whole speech that Maggie said to him. He was just sitting up there, and you could tell in his face that he was like, I understand. I'm so sorry. Like the look of, sadness in his face, but at the same time, he's just listening. He's listening to her, it was great. It was a great scene. But let's see what else happened. So yeah, they have the big dinner scene and everybody's happy and everything. And they show Rosie. Well, no, they show Magna and Yumiko, because we all know that Magna and Yumiko have broke up at a certain point in the show. And now they're back together. They showed them kissing, and everybody's all happy and everything. And then they show Rosita. She comes to sit back down at the table, and she's just smiling and looking at everybody. And then Father Gabriel comes over to her and sits next to her, and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "How you doing?" And she's like, I don't know if he said how you doing. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" or something like that. And she's like, "Oh, I'm just soaking it all in. I forgot what she said, dang it. But she basically said something that kind of made Father Gabriel worry a little bit. And she basically leaned over to him, and I gotta take it, she whispered to him that she was bit or scratched or something. And oh my God, the look in Father Gabriel's face when she told him, it made me cry. Just the look of, no, like this can't be, like tell me it's not true, And yeah, she told him she was bit and everything. And then they cut to like she starts crying a little bit, and he's like emotional as fuck. And then you see Judith's face, like she's just looking at them like, say, what's going on? And then she realizes, something bad happened. And so they cut to Maggie and Carol, I believe, were taking her to this room where Coco was in the bed, and they put Rosita next to Coco, and they both give her a hug and kiss and everything. And let's see what else happened. Sorry if I keep looking around, y'all. I don't know, like, there's been a lot of ladybugs in here lately. Like, there's ladybugs in the house. Like there's only two that I see, but yeah, sorry about that. But let's see what else. Okay, yeah, Rosita's in the bed, and Maggie and Carol are like hugging and kissing her goodbye and stuff. And Daryl's sitting, like, he's not sitting, but he's standing in the doorway just looking. But we all know he's sad. Like, and then Father Gabriel comes and sits by her bedside and basically, gives her a last minute prayer, which made me start crying again because Father Gabriel started getting all choked up when he was saying it and everything, and he's holding her hand and saying the prayer and everything, and then she leans over and touches Coco's face again for the last time, and she gave her a kiss too. And then after Father Gabriel said his prayer and everything, he got up and went and took Coco. I can't remember if he said anything else to her at that scene. I can't. But he went and got Coco, and he looked at her and he said, "We'll see you again someday." And he got Coco out of the bed and took her out of the room. And then not Rosita, but Eugene came and sat next to Rosita in the bed. Not in the bed, but in a chair on the side of the bed. But they're talking a little bit, and he's like, "I love you, Rosita." I think he said, "I love you." And I think Rosita said something along the lines of, "I'm glad it was you in the end," or something like that. And that's when she closed her eyes, and then, yeah, remember, Eugene started crying again. That was sad. Really, really sad. But, let's see. Yeah, after that, we go to a time jump. Not a very big time jump, but 1 year. 1 year later time jump. And you see Eugene putting flowers next to these plaques where they had Rosita's name, Luke's name, Jules' name, and some other random name. At in the Walking Dead panel that I attend on a regular basis, they were talking about those plaques, and there's just some random name on there. I can't remember what the name said. So he puts flowers down. And I didn't notice this, but Eugene had a wedding ring on his finger when he's putting the flowers down. I didn't notice that. And then when I see people reacting to it, then I notice it. but yeah, there's a time jump 1 year later, and then when Eugene gets up from putting the flowers down by the plaques, you see that Max is holding a baby, and he has a baby, and he names her Rosie after Rosita. How cute. And the baby that they're holding is actually Kyrie Payton's child in real life. I hope I'm saying Kyrie Payton's name right. Oh my God. I can't get nothing straight right now. But it's actually his child in real life. And why does it say a new video has started? What the hell? But yeah, that's his baby in real life. And there was a little thing about the dress that Max was wearing on Talking Dead. The woman that plays Max, she said that was her mother's maternity dress that she was actually wearing. So yeah, a little fun little trivia things they threw in there. Sorry, y'all. I'm messing with my pop cap on my phone if y'all hear noises. But yeah, so they show them walking off, and there's a whole bunch of people sitting in front of like this little open stage thing, and you hear Ezekiel talking. It's Ezekiel and Mercer up on there on this little stage thing talking to the people. And basically Mercer and Ezekiel are now like the leaders of the Commonwealth. So, yay. So when Ezekiel, the funny thing that happened is, I'm like, oh Lord, princess, you had to be that one. When Ezekiel announces Mercer as, the new governor or whatever, or I forgot what his rank, his title was. I forgot. It had something to do with the governor. But they're both the leaders. But when he introduced Marshall, you see Princess stand up and go, woo! Like she's waving her little I think that was her sweater she was waving around, or unless that was like just some scarf or something. I don't know. But she started standing up and she's waving around, being loud. I'm like, I love it. I love it. Princess is so funny. I was excited when they introduced her character on the show too. Like like I said, I didn't finish my compendium books because they're big books, y'all. Like I still have my compendium books in the actual box they came in the mail, and that box is heavy. Like really, really, really heavy. So, yeah. Yeah, those books are thick. They're like probably this thick. Like they consist of like issues and issues of the comic books. So it's a good read though. Like if you love comic books and The Walking Dead, I recommend it. So but yeah, Princess stood up and was hollering for her man, and let's see what else happened. Oh, let's get to the part that I'm not happy about. I could go on for days about this part here. Alright. They show Yumiko and Magna and Kelly and Connie sitting down, laughing and talking, and then all of a sudden you see Connie like look over and she kind of excited a little bit, and she gets up and goes and runs, and you don't see who she's running to until you see it a little side view. You see the vest. It's Daryl. She's running all happily to Daryl, and she hugs him and everything. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, come on, kiss, do something. Like, and then they start talking, and I'm reading, of course, it's subtitles, because Lauren Ritloff, who plays Connie, she's, deaf and whatnot. And she's great. I love her. But, like, they're just talking casually, and I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for them to say something pertaining to that they're a couple or they love each other or something. And it doesn't happen. I don't like that. I don't like it. Like, I'm really hoping that Lauren makes an appearance in the Daryl spinoffs. I mean, come on. He's going to be in France, Paris. I mean, City of Love. Like, come on now. Unless he's going to meet somebody else. I don't want him to meet nobody else. I want him with Connie. Like, come on now. I mean, if y'all are still watching The Walking Dead, look how many times he's, like, looked at Connie in a way that was, like, flirtatious or, you know, especially that time when they had some kind of fair at the Commonwealth. I forgot what kind of fair it was. But they had some kind of event going at the Commonwealth, and Daryl was talking to Carol, and Connie came up and was talking to them, and they were asking her how was work doing, because, they gave them jobs and stuff when they went to the Commonwealth. And she was talking about how her job was. And when she walked off, Daryl was turning his head and looking at her, like, very flirtatious like. And I believe she was looking back at him too. I'm just like, bro, like, are we gonna make this happen? Like, like there were several instances where they were looking at each other kind of lovey-dovey like, and it just didn't happen. Just did not happen. And yeah, that's probably the only thing I really didn't like about the finale. I know it's a small thing, but I really wanted not Carol, but Daryl and Connie to be together. Like, I feel like there's more to his spinoff than they're showing. Like, I would tell y'all, like, some spoilers that I saw that I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know much about his spinoff, but I've seen the pictures that Norman was posting on his Twitter and Instagram, and I have some theories. But I'm not gonna get into that because some people might be watching this video and be like, "Oh my gosh, she's possibly spoiling the spinoffs." No, but I honestly don't know too much. I really don't. I'm just going off what I saw Norman post. I know I could be reading totally into it. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it though. But if y'all want me to get into it, then drop comments and I'll tell you what I thought. Just drop a comment. Sorry for the bright light. I know it's like casting a glare. I would tilt this thing, but I don't want to drop. I don't want to drop it. Let me see if I can do it. Woo, wobbly, wobbly. Wait, that's too far down. Oh well, we'll have to deal with this. Maybe if I turn this light off. Hold on, let me. Well, I can't turn this off. I have to unplug this. Yeah. Okay. I think that's a little better. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I really wanted Daryl and Connie to be a couple, but it really did not happen. But I'm holding out hope that maybe Lauren is being a little, you know, quiet about what she's got coming up because she might be in his spinoffs. I'm not sure. I hope. That's all I can do is hope. But I'm not going into any more about that. But if y'all want to know what I want to say, but I can't say because I don't want it to be any kind of spoiler or whatever, just drop a comment and I'll tell you. But let's see what else happened. So Daryl hugged Connie, and Judith gets a present, a gift from Negan, and he gives her back that compass she gave him. And that was sweet. And let's see what else. So they cut back to Alexandria. I believe it's Alexandria because they show the wall with the names on the wall of people who, you know, passed and all that stuff. And let's see. Carol and Daryl, you know, have a little moment by this little lake thing. I think they were in Alexandria at the time. I'm not sure. But they have their little moment and she starts crying and talking about he's her best friend. And I do not ship Carol and Daryl. I never did. I mean, yeah, I thought it was cute, like in the earlier seasons when remember when Carol used to flirt with Daryl? Like, I don't know if she was flirting, or just being funny. But, yeah, remember that? Like, I don't ship them. I never did really, but I thought it was cute at the time, you know, when she was flirting with him in earlier seasons, but I never did ship them. Never did. And I never shipped Beth and Daryl either, because I couldn't stand Beth. I'm sorry. Even that episode that had nothing but Beth in the hospital, remember that? I couldn't stand that episode. Like, I'm like, like that's probably one of the other than the one with Negan bashing people's heads in and stuff. I couldn't watch that episode either. The one with Beth in the hospital. I couldn't watch that. It was just a total snooze fest to me. Y'all, there are a lot of ladybugs in here. Now I see another one. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna kill them. I'm closing my door so they don't get in my room. Okay. Yeah, there are ladybugs all up in here. I don't know where they're coming from. But yeah, I never shipped Carol and Daryl. I never shipped Beth and Daryl. Even though it was cute at the time, but I'm just not like, oh my god, I love them together. Like, no. Only people I've been like that with was Rick and Michonne. I went crazy when I saw that scene where they were on the couch and everything. I'm just like, oh my God, is it happening? Because they were like hinting, hinting. I mean, it was kind of like Daryl and Connie, kind of that kind of flirtatious thing going on there. Like seriously, when you think about it. But yeah, I was going crazy when Rick and Michonne got together. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, it's Rick and Michonne and Daryl and Connie that I shipped hard. But yeah, they're talking by the lake and having a little tender moment and whatnot. And he hugs her, pulls her close to him, and he hugs her. And let's see what else. What else? Oh, on Talking Dead, Chandler Riggs was on there, and he was talking about how he was in the season finale. I'm like, say what? And I'm just like, and he said he was one of the background people at Hilltop. Like he said Hilltop, but then I thought we was at Alexandria, so I got confused. So I don't know. But yeah, he said he was in the background, messing with the garden or whatever. And that's why I say I have to go back and watch the episode because I totally missed that. Like, yeah. But yeah, they show scenes where they show Maggie and Herschel, you know. And some people said they were sitting in front of Glenn's grave. I totally missed that too. Like, I don't know if that was true or not, but I didn't know that. But they show Maggie and Herschel, and I forgot who they were talking to. Probably Daryl and Carol. I don't know. I have to go. I really have to go back and watch that episode. But then they show the scene that really kind of like made me like, oh please no, don't do it, don't. Is the scene? There was a one more last scene where Daryl and Carol are talking to each other and saying their goodbyes, and he told Carol, "I love you," and I swear, after he said that, I thought he was going to kiss her. I'm just looking like I was just shaking my head like, please don't, please don't. Um, I mean, I'm still holding out hope for the Connie thing because even Carol, y'all remember the episode? I forgot what episode it was, but the episode where I think Carol gave Daryl a lucky acorn or something like that, and she was telling Daryl like she was messing with him about Connie, and she said she could see that he kind of likes her or something like that, and he's just like stop, you know how he does it. But even Carol could see that he had a little thing for her. And then even when I don't know if y'all remember that scene where he has his shirt off and he's playing with Dog. It was when he was in Alexandria. He was playing with Dog and he had his shirt off and he went and sat on the couch or something and he went and turned and looked at that acorn that Carol gave him. Like, I wonder if he was thinking about Connie. Like, I really do. Like, oh, I'm not over that. I'm not. I will never be over that. But let's see what else. Yeah, he told Carol he loved her, and I swear when because he put his hand on her face and kind of went like this, I thought he was gonna pull her in and kiss her. I was just like, no, no, we're not doing that. No, I wasn't having it. And then she said, "I love you too." And then she went to hug him. I was like, "Yes, y'all better hug. None of that kissing. None of that." But I'm sorry. I was not for it. But let's see what else happened. So they show Daryl getting on his bike, and he looks back at Carol, and he rides off. And fun fact, one of the walkers that kind of gets close to Daryl as he's riding off, it was Greg Nicotero. Like, I totally missed that too until he was talking about it on Talking Dead. That Talking Dead episode was really, really good. Y'all need to watch that too. Like, it was really, really good. It was emotional, very emotional, but it was good. My girl Michonne, who is a reactor that I love, um, she was there at that event. Like, I'm so jealous, so jealous. Like, I've been to Comic Con close to where I live. I've been there like before COVID. I was going to Comic Con. Like, I went there for like, I think I want to say 6 or 5 years. Like, every year they would have it. I was going, and I've met my fair share of Walking Dead cast members. Like, not a lot, but I've met them and everything. And I'm sure it did not compare to going to the season finale of a show, The Walking Dead. It did not compare to going to that event. Like, it was in LA, and Mashawn said it was free. You just had to go online and RSVP, to get your spot in line and stuff. And I swear, if I was living in LA, me and Mashawn would have been cutting up at that place. We would have been screaming everything. I would have been screaming at Norman because I know Norman loves his fans, y'all. Like, I met Norman twice, and he even signed one of my birthday cards that one of my coworkers gave me, which I'm very grateful for. My coworkers know how much I love The Walking Dead, so they gave me a good bit of stuff. Like, I've gotten magazines with them on the cover and inside the magazine. Like, I've gotten tons of those from another coworker, and then another coworker gave me the birthday card, which I got Norman to sign it, and it's just he's great. He's really great. Like, he's 50 something years old, but he acts like he's like, I don't even know what age, but he's so cool and laid back, and he loves his fans. Like, and I'll never forget the time that my ex fiance, which I kind of thank him for doing this, but I was kind of getting jealous. I must admit, I was at a Comic-Con. I was getting jealous because they had girls. They told us that we couldn't, take pictures at the table, but they had these girls that were taking pictures at the table with Norman, and I kind of got jealous. I'm just like, what? Like, I couldn't do that, but they can. And so I waited. Like, there were like a lot of people surrounding Norman's table. Like, outside of the line, there were a lot of people. And like, this was the first time I met him. And I went through his line and everything too. I got autograph and all that stuff. But I waited for him to come out because I know eventually he had to leave and go to photo ops. So I waited for him to come out. And my fiance at the time, like, he was coming out. Norman was coming out of his little table area, and I felt like Norman was looking at me because Norman had, how he wears his sunglasses all the time, most of the time. I wish I could see his eyes for real, but yeah, I could tell it looked like he was looking at me. I swear. But my fiance kind of yelled at him. He's like, Norman, can you take a picture with my fiance, please? And he's like, hurry up. And I could tell his friend, I forgot his friend's name, Sean or something like that, like his friend or something. I don't know if that's his friend or what, but I could tell his friend was kind of annoyed. Like, maybe they were pressed for time. I don't know. But Norman told me to come over to him, and that's the famous picture I have. I don't know if y'all have seen that picture or not. Probably haven't, not on YouTube or anything, But I have a picture, a very blurry picture. I mean, you could tell it's Norman there. A lot of people tease me talking about that's not Norman, that's a cutout. Like, bro, if you see the picture, I have my hand on his chest. Does the cutout feel warm? Like, if it does, something's wrong. His chest was warm. Like, and I'm so mad about that moment too because I had my nails done. I went and bought some press on nails. I didn't get them professionally done. I went and bought some press on nails and I painted them black and then I went back over them. I went and bought at Walmart, I think. I bought this little red glitter like pencil type of nail polish thing and I went over each nail and I spelled out Daryl Dixon on my nails. And I forgot to show him my freaking nails. I swear, if I would have showed him my nails, he would have took a picture of them with his own personal phone. That's how I think. I really do think he would have took a picture of my nails. Cause Norman has a book out, like it's filled with fan art. Like that's my fan art was my nails that day. Like I really think he would have took a picture of those nails. And I'm so mad about that. Like I was a mess that day. Like the first day I met him. Like I remember standing in line waiting for him with the other fans and I was in a perfect position too cuz right in the back of me was the doors where the stars come in and there was nothing blocking them to where we couldn't see them. Like it was open. Like I saw a good number of stars come in that door and I immediately knew when Norman came through that door. And let me tell y'all something. Norman is really short. Like he's not, I mean, I'm 5'4", but he's not that tall like I thought he was going to be. Like he's really, really short. He's not like freaking 6 something or whatever. Like he is short. But yeah, I even waved at him when I was waiting in line. I believe I think I took it down though. I had a video I did. I added music to it, but I didn't know about YouTube and back then and everything. I just wanted to upload stuff. But I uploaded this video of me waving at Norman Reedus, and I had copyright music playing, so they probably got me for that. I don't know if it's still up. Like, you'll have to go way, way to the beginning to find that video if I still have it up. I don't know if I do or not. But I waved at him, and he actually waved back. Because I think I was the only one waving, honestly. So, when I got closer and closer to the table where I had to give him to sign the autograph, I actually started crying. Like, I could not believe I was meeting my favorite TV actor. Like, I know Norman has been in movies. I know. I just haven't seen those movies. So, seeing Norman on The Walking Dead for the first time, that was my first time seeing him. Like, knowing who he was, But yeah, I started crying when I got closer and closer to the table. And when I got to him, I just was like, hey, Norman. And I think he could tell that I was crying. And my fiance at the time, he said to me that when Norman hugged me, he gave me a kiss on the cheek. I don't remember that. I really don't. I was hysterical. I was excited just to be meeting him. Like, oh my God. Like, I know they're all human like everybody else, but it's freaking Norman Reedus. Like, But, yeah, he told me he kissed me and gave me a hug. And I don't, I mean, I remember the hug, but I don't remember the giving me the kiss thing. I don't. And I also think that Norman retweeted something I said around that time because Norman was in New Orleans around Mardi Gras, I believe. And I retweeted because they had something going on Twitter where he was posting something about, it was some kind of battle or something. And I said something along the lines of, because I live close, almost close, like 50 something miles or away from New Orleans. So that's where I went to my Comic Cons at. But I said something along the lines of New Orleans is voting for Norman Reedus and all that stuff. I think he retweeted it, but I can't for the life of me find that retweet because I pinned it to my Twitter and I don't remember what happened to it. Like it's not showing that he retweeted it. I don't know. I don't understand certain things about social media. I really don't. But I actually joined Twitter just to talk to Nova Reedus, like to be interactive with him because they said he's really interactive with his fans and whatnot. So that's the reason why I joined Twitter. And I actually have certain Walking Dead affiliated people following me. Chris Hardwick's mother follows me on Twitter. I'm sorry, y'all. I sound like I got a cold. I don't know what's going on. Maybe my allergies. I might be catching a cold. I don't know. But Chris Hardwick's mother follows me on Twitter. And not only that, y'all remember the little boy from that episode where Tyrese got bit? The little boy that bit Tyrese. He follows me. And I actually used to talk to him. Not on the regular, but every now and then I'll shoot him a message saying, hey, how you doing? Whatever. Like, he follows me. I haven't talked to him in forever. Like, I hardly go on Twitter, but when I do, I might see something, Walking Dead related or something. I might go retweet it or something like that. But I don't go on Twitter as much as I used to, but he's still on there. And I think Chris Hardwick's mother's still on there too. I'm not sure. I gotta check that out. See who's following me or whatever. But yeah, I never, sent a request to them or nothing like that. They just started following me. Like, I don't know. But yeah. I mean, getting back to the Walking Dead season finale, that's basically pretty much how it ended with oh, I forgot the most important part, y'all. It's not how it ended. I mean, yeah, they showed Daryl riding off into the distance and all this stuff, dodging walkers on his bike and stuff. But no, we got to see Rick and Michonne. I was really honestly hoping for, Rick and Michonne to show up during the big battle at Commonwealth with the walkers and whatnot. But that didn't happen. But it's okay. But we did get to see Rick and Michonne. And I'm kind of fuzzy on this whole thing. They show Rick, writing letter to I guess to Michonne. It sounds like it was to Michonne, and Michonne's like trying to write to the kids back in Alexandria because she said her radio, it won't reach, you know. So I take it all the things that we see Rick doing because Rick tosses a book bag into a boat and he throws. I want to say he puts the letter in a bottle and tosses it too. I don't know. I have to go back and watch it. But all that stuff he tossed, Michonne found that in the episode that she was in. When she left the show, the main show, she found all that. Even his boots, you saw, like, if you saw the scene where he's walking through the mud with the walkers' heads and stuff in the mud, he has no shoes on. Michonne found his boots too. So yeah. So I'm still kind of fuzzy on where Rick is. I'm still kind of stuck on that. But then you see Michonne has a nice little outfit on too. It looks like some kind of Joan of Arc medieval type of thing going on here. But it's cute. It's cute. And then you see her like galloping off into the distance with what looks like a big ass horde of walkers. I don't know if that's walkers or people, but we just gonna say it's walkers. So just to make it sound cool. But yeah. And then they showed Judith and RJ again, back at I want to say that's Alexandria, but I think it might be Hilltop. I don't know. But they say their famous lines, we are the ones, we're the ones who live. And then the cool thing about before they showed Judith and RJ, they showed like everybody that was on The Walking Dead, and they're all saying we're the ones that live. We're the ones who live, or something like that. Yeah, sorry. I thought that was cool. I just I'm sorry if I skipped anything. But I still can't believe it's over. I still can't. And I can't wait for the spin-offs. I'm looking forward to those. I'm really looking forward to Daryl. I'm looking forward to Daryl and Rick and Michonne's spin-off. I mean, I'm gonna watch Maggie and Negan's too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just more excited for Daryl and Rick and Michonne, honestly. Because honestly, I'm tired of seeing Maggie and Negan go at it. I mean, I understand why she's so mad and everything. Like I said earlier, I understand, but I don't know. I'm really excited to see Daryl, Rick, and Michonne's spinoffs. But I will watch all of them. I will. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. Like I said, since we're talking about Walking Dead in the finale and everything, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna tell y'all how I first got introduced into The Walking Dead, in case I haven't said it already, because I believe I still got some of my reviews up on the channel. I first got introduced into The Walking Dead. I used to work at a movie theater, and at the time, some of my coworkers were watching The Walking Dead and enjoying it, and they were talking about how good it was and stuff, and I heard it. Like, I never said anything about it, but I just heard people talking about it, And so one day I was getting ready for work, and I decided I got time. Let me put on this Walking Dead show to see what the hubbub is about, And so I put it on, and I'm getting ready for work, and I'm just like, ooh, like I'm just watching TV, like, ooh, ooh. And I did not want to get up and go to work, y'all. Like, I was so into it. But I think I finished the first, I was watching, season 1, episode 1. And I think I finished that whole episode before I went to work. And after that, I just started binge watching. Because I believe on TV, they were going into season 3, maybe. I can't remember. I think it was season 3. I don't know, but I think I'm going to say it was season 3. But I started binge watching the show to catch up to how whatever season it was on TV. I started binge watching it. So I was instantly hooked when I saw the first episode. It was so good to me. So good. And then at the time I was with my ex-fiance, and he started watching it. At first he kind of was iffy about it because he said it looked low budget. I mean, how do you expect a pilot episode to look? Like, they're testing the waters of TV. Like, it's not going to be perfect, but it was perfect to me. So yeah. But yeah, I became instantly hooked after I saw that first episode. And I'm going to speak on Daryl Dixon. When I first saw Daryl Dixon, I was instantly hooked on him too. I didn't know who Norman Reedus was at the time. I'm sorry for saying that. I know some of you are probably like, what? Yeah, I didn't know who Norman Reedus was at the time. So I guess you can say Walking Dead introduced me to Norman Reedus. Even though I know some of y'all like, no, Boondock Saints. I know what Boondock Saints is now. I know. But yeah, when I first saw Daryl Dixon, I was intrigued. I was just like, who is he? Like, I know his brother was a shitty person, a racist, but something about him. Like, I think it was the moment on the rooftop when they went back to go get Merle, and like he started like tracking, like you know how he does his tracking thing, and was trying to figure out where Merle was because his hand was cut off, and all the events after that, I started just, I was like, damn, this dude is savage. Like Daryl is, oh. Have y'all noticed, like, if you go back and watch the earlier seasons, how Daryl was talking a lot? Like, a lot. Compared to now. Like, I mean, yeah, the later episodes, like season 11, like, after Rick left, like, he was talking more too. But it's just something about the, like, those earlier episodes, like, Daryl was talking a lot. But, it's crazy how the creators, like the creators of the show tried to make us hate Daryl for a minute. Y'all remember when Daryl was doing some fucked up shit? Like with the saviors and whatnot, you know, certain events, if y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, you know, with the whole truck situation, and y'all remember that. When he I can't remember what was going on, but he rammed the truck into the sanctuary, I believe. I don't know, but that whole situation was messed up for Daryl. Like it made people question Daryl. Like, what the hell? Like, what the hell is he doing? Like, but yeah, yeah, Daryl was put in some crazy situations on the show, and I feel like the creators was trying to make people hate Daryl because I guess he was basically he was the money bag. Other than Rick and the other main characters, he was the money bag of The Walking Dead. Because Daryl has a lot of fans. I'm one of them. I have two Daryl Dixon Funko Pops. Um, Underdog Mr. Williams. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention Underdog Mr. Williams. Oh my god. He's the reason why I do these videos, y'all. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been doing videos like this. Um, I don't even know if I would have been doing videos, you know, from with my gaming stuff, which is what I mainly do. I post my gaming videos for you guys. But I praise Underdog Mr. Williams and his family. Like if I wouldn't have seen them reacting to The Walking Dead, I probably wouldn't have been so into, you know, talking to you all about what I think about the show and everything. So mad props to them. Um, they're hilarious. Like y'all should go watch them. Like oh my god, Mr. Williams and his Pope. Uh, his Pope. Y'all know on Walking Dead there's a character named Pope. When they introduced that group, the Reapers, like I feel like that was a waste of storyline. Honestly, really, a waste. But there's a character named Pope, and it's just the way he talks. Like it's like what? Like and Mr. Williams was every time I watch him pretend to be Pope, I just start dying laughing. I'm just like, bro. Just thinking about it right now, it's got me laughing. Cause he did it. If y'all go watch his reaction to the finale, he brung back the Pope. Like I think it was from another video, but he brung it back, and I was just dying. And then his son, Keyshawn, um, when they were doing earlier reactions to earlier episodes, um, his son Keyshawn played Daryl, and that wig, that wig that Keyshawn had on, oh my god. Mr. Williams, if you watch this video, whose wig was that? Like, honestly, Like that wig was, oh my God, I was dying. Mr. Williams, just so if you watch this video, you know you should make like a compilation video of all the skits, the Walking Dead skits that y'all did. You should like put all of those skits together and just make one big giant video. That would be great. Like seriously. But yeah, Keyshawn with playing Daryl, oh my God. He had the chain. like trying to look as rugged as Daryl did. And that wig just, I'll never get over that wig. Oh my God. But y'all should go check out his channel too. Like, he is hilarious. Like, I love his family. Like, he is awesome. He's the reason I started doing YouTube. Because honestly, even if I didn't discover him, I don't think I would have did YouTube, honestly. I don't know, but he really got me into it. Watching him and his family react to The Walking Dead, it got me into making these videos. So, mad shout out to Underdog Mr. Williams. I mean, I have so many reactors I watch, like, nowadays. Like, I'll tell y'all who they are, if I can remember everybody. Underdog Mr. Williams, Mashawn, Big Bro Little Sister, Big Bro Little Sis, sorry, is Tamaj. Tamaj is the main guy on there. I don't know his sister's name. Oh my God, I don't. Sorry, Tamaj, if you watching this, I'm sorry, I don't know your sister's name. But his sister doesn't watch Walking Dead, so it's just Tamaj watching Walking Dead. So, Underdog Mr. Williams, Mashawn, Big Bro Little Sis, Tamaj, Jack's World. That's his name on YouTube. He's really, really cool. He gave me a big shout out at the fandom spotlight panel. Was it last Sunday? Not last Sunday, but last time they did one. So they did one today, which I attended. Great panel. We're trying to keep that panel alive with Walking Dead spirits. We're trying to like get together like this trivia thing dealing with Walking Dead. So I always attend those panels and it's always fun. But Jack's World. Let's see who else. I was watching Bebe Rose for a while too, but is her channel still going? Because I used to get notifications all the time. Now I don't. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, I used to watch Bebe Rose. Let's see who else dealing with Walking Dead. Let's see. Mama Deadhead. Yeah, I used to watch Mama Deadhead too. Has she been making any Walking Dead videos? Did she do her reactions? Like, has she stopped? What? I haven't heard much from her. She hasn't even been coming to the panels anymore. I hope she's okay. But yeah, Mama Deadhead. Who else? I think that might be it. Walking Dead related, reactors wise. So if y'all want to go check those people out, you can. Tell them that Miss Kayla sent you. I would link their channels in my description, but I gotta go cut my computer on and do all that stuff and editing. But I'm not gonna edit this video. Y'all getting this raw reaction. But yeah, it's the Underdog, Mr. Williams. Mashawn, her channel name is actually Talk and Eat TV. She changed it. Talk and Eat TV. Jack is Jack's World. And Tumaj and his sister's reactions are called Big Bro Little Sis. And as for all the other reactors that I mentioned after those, I don't even know if they're still doing reactions for The Walking Dead. I don't know. Because I really used to watch them. But yeah, those are the reactors that I watch faithfully when it comes to The Walking. I watched them through I watched probably Mr. Williams and Michonne the longest out of all of them. Um, like it was Mr. Williams first, and then Michonne came second. Like I was watching her when she was still living back in Chicago. I was still watching her. Like that was a really long time ago. But yeah. That's all I want to talk about. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna come up with something later on and be like, oh, I forgot to talk about this. I forgot to talk about that. But we can save that for another video if I decide to make another video. But I'll be talking about other stuff too when I'm playing my games for you guys. So maybe I'll talk about something while I'm playing a game. Speaking of games, like since I'm done talking about The Walking Dead, the games, and when I get time, like, cause I just got a job, a real job, and I don't think I'm gonna be, posting as much anymore. But when I do get the time, I will. So please hang tight with me, guys. I'm just trying to get my life straight, like, cause I feel like I'm in slacking. Not saying that gaming has been taking up my time. I mean, yeah, but I love gaming. I mean, gaming is a good stress reliever for me. But I will get back to the most recent uploads that I've been doing, which is Dying Light. I know the second Dying Light is out, and I don't have that game, so we're not gonna touch on that. We gonna play Dying Light, the first one, because one of my watchers actually paid, like, gave me money to buy that game to play it because she wanted to watch me play it. So we're gonna get back on that game eventually. I have I don't know how many videos it is, but I do have videos up of myself and the girl who gave me the money to buy the game, and another watcher. Um, his name is Bobby. He goes by Bobby on the YouTube. Um, they're actually playing with me on the Dying Light gameplay. I'm sorry if I looked up like that, y'all. I heard something. But yeah, they're actually playing with me on one of the videos. So it was fun. It's fun playing with people. Um so I'll get back on Dying Light eventually. I haven't forgotten about it. I just been playing other stuff. Been feeling like playing other stuff. It's not that it's boring. I actually like it. I really do. Um we'll get back on Resident Evil Village because I got Resident Evil Village the Gold Edition for my birthday. So we'll get back on that too. I haven't forgotten about that. Um, let's see what else. What other games did I have recently put on there? I think that's it. Because I actually, on my Twitch channel, which my Twitch is linked in my YouTube. So if y'all want to go follow me on Twitch too, that's fine. I've been mostly posting on Twitch lately anyway. Not to say I forgot about YouTube. I have not. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. There's no explanation for me posting on Twitch more than YouTube. Um, but yeah, my Twitch is linked. I actually finished the new DLC for Resident Evil on my Twitch. But you know Twitch don't keep videos, so it's probably gone. But there's a new DLC on Resident Evil Gold Edition called Shadows of Rose, and you follow Ethan's daughter, Rose on her own little adventure, and I finished it on Twitch. But I will play it once I finish the main storyline, Ethan's storyline. So I will play it. Just give me a minute to finish the storyline. Because I haven't played the game. I've just watched people play it, other people, reactors on YouTube play it. So this is my first go around with that game. So, but I will play that. I have been playing the other Resident Evil stuff that they have with the Gold Edition. They have another game that came out as a part of that game. Like when you buy the Gold Edition, it came with it. It's called Resident Evil RE-verse. It's pretty fun. Like it needs a lot of work. I'm not gonna lie, but it's pretty fun. But I'll probably be playing some of that too on my YouTube channel. I've been playing a lot of it on my Twitch, but I will play it on my YouTube channel. Just give me a minute to focus on the main storyline. So all those videos are up on my YouTube channel. I have been playing the main Resident Evil story, so check out those videos. They're on my channel. And Dying Light, I've been playing some of that already. That's up on my channel, and there's more to come. So just subscribe to me, please. And also go follow me on Twitch. I post stuff over there too. Yeah, just subscribe to me. You know, like the videos. I mean, I have a lot of gaming videos here on my YouTube channel. And you can just go back and watch all the old stuff I got posted and have fun with it. And there's more to come. And I just hope that everybody subscribes and supports me. And we'll just keep it going. Keep it going with the gaming videos. But I want to thank y'all for watching this video. I just wanted to do a quick review of the season finale of The Walking Dead, because I mean, if you go back in my videos, I was doing my reviews for The Walking Dead. And I just kind of stopped. I don't know why I stopped. I guess life just got in the way. Because during some of them, I actually was sitting in my car in the parking lot at my college making review videos. And some of them I was like in my aunt's utility room making videos. Like, it's crazy. Like, y'all wouldn't have known that, but I'm telling you now, like, I did do review videos and I stopped. But this is my last Walking Dead review video. But I probably will do review videos for the spinoffs. I probably will. There's no guarantees, but I'm going to try. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. But that concludes this video, y'all. I hope all the Walking Dead fans are okay. Michonne started a Discord, and she sent me a link to it, and I joined it. And that Sunday when Walking Dead the season finale premiered, we were having a whole watch party up in there, y'all. We were talking, like when the commercials come on, we would talk about what happened and everything. It was fun. Michonne actually went back and read everything that we were talking about. It was fun. So much fun. But I hope all the Walking Dead fans are okay, the ones who still stuck by the show. Those who stopped, I know you stopped for a reason, but you kind of missed out. It got good. It really did. Like, I know y'all were hurt about what happened to Glenn, but it really got good. Like, Angela Kang is the new showrunner, and she, honestly, my opinion, she should have been the showrunner from day one. Like, they say she's always been a part of The Walking Dead. Like, she was like a producer or something. She had something to do with it, but she wasn't the showrunner. But she should have been there from day one. Like, she's really good. Like, I felt like she put more of the comics into the show than the other seasons did. Not to say the other seasons were bad, but I just felt that's how I felt. But I just I hope the Walking Dead community will continue to stay around even for the spinoffs. We're not going to even talk about Fear. We're not going to talk about Fear the Walking Dead. We're not. I'm sorry. We're just not. I mean, if y'all want me to, drop a comment. I mean, I would have to do some serious binge watching because I kind of fell off Fear. I mean, I was close to the end, or like where they are now, I guess. I don't even know if they were renewed for another season. I think they were. I really do. But I don't remember what happened. I mean, the last thing I remember seeing happening on Fear is Alicia and Strand were about to go to war. I don't know. I was watching Fear faithfully, and then they killed my favorite character, Nick, off, and I was kind of butthurt about that. And I still kept watching, and then Morgan made his way to Fear, and I was watching then, and then it got to the point where y'all who watch Fear know what I'm talking about when I talk about this. They started going around with cameras, cause what's her name? Al. You know she was a reporter or some crap, and they just started going around with cameras documenting everything. I'm just like, I understand y'all want to make videos for people to find and see what everybody was doing and what's going on in the world and stuff like that. But damn, they were just going around just filming every single thing. I'm just like, what is this? that aggravated me about Fear when it got to that point. It really aggravated me. It got to the point where I'm like, I want Althea to die. What's that name? Althea, but they call it Al for short. I'm just like, bro, just burn all the tapes, burn everything. Just I can't deal with the whole camera situation. But I still kept watching, of course, but it's just I fell off. Like I said, I left off to the point where Alicia was about to go to war with Strand. And I can't even tell you what season that was. I know it's recent. I know I'm not that far behind. So, yeah. And I saw who came back from the dead miraculously, but I didn't see those episodes. So, I might watch it again and start back off from where I left off. I don't know. I just don't talk about Fear no more because I'm just like, I'm so over it. But yeah, I know I said I was going to end this video off. I'm going to end it off soon. But yeah, I just wanted to just make this video to talk about The Walking Dead, my favorite TV show of all time. I mean, I've watched other shows. I mean, I need to actually go do that. I don't even know what time it is. But I'm watching Chucky. The Chucky TV series. It's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. There've been other Chucky TV series, before that, but I heard they weren't that good. But this one's actually pretty good. They brought back a lot of familiar faces from the past Chucky movies and whatnot. So that's always good. But I gotta go catch up on Chucky because I totally forgot about Chucky. Like, I love the show. It's great. But yeah, I was watching House of Dragons. I'm all caught up on that. I'm ready for season 2. That show is so good. Oh my God. Like, my coworkers got me into watching Game of Thrones too. But I kind of regret. I kind of regret watching Game of Thrones. All because of that last season, y'all. If y'all are Game of Thrones watchers, y'all know what I'm talking about. That last season I mean, it was a good show. But it's just that last season. I did not like it. Didn't like how it ended. I don't know. It just wasn't hitting good. Like, but House of Dragons is really really good. I really enjoyed that. Such drama, such drama. It's to the point now where my aunt is watching House of Dragons and Game of Thrones and everything. Like she binge watched Game of Thrones before House of Dragons came on. I thought that was pretty cool. When she first told me she watched Game of Thrones, I was just like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, "What? You're watching Game of Thrones?" Like, cause my aunt, she's like, I don't even. That's a shame. I don't even know how old my aunt is. That's a shame. But yeah, she's older, and just she just seems like the type that probably wouldn't watch Game of Thrones. But she was telling me about it and everything, and I'm just dying laughing at it because she's talking about, oh my god, the sex scenes they're doing it doggy style and all this stuff. I'm just like, you have no idea. You have no idea. Yeah, Game of Thrones are not for kids. Do not have your kids watching Game of Thrones. I'm telling you. You will regret it if you have your kids sitting down there watching Game of Thrones with you. So, Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. Don't have them watching that. You watch that on your own time, grown-ups. But, yeah. I just wanted to make a video talking about The Walking Dead, my favorite TV show of all time. I will forever love Walking Dead. I never gave up on it. Never had any intention on giving up on it. I mean, maybe if they would have killed Daryl, I probably would have. I shouldn't say that. But yeah, probably. If they would have killed Daryl off, I probably would have stopped watching because he's my favorite. He was my favorite from the jump. So, but I never gave up on Walking Dead. Always loved it. Like, even the episodes that I will not go back and watch, I mean, I still love it as a whole. I love the Walking Dead community. I love the Walking Dead fans. Like, I love them all. I love my Walking Dead reactors that I've mentioned. I love everything Walking Dead. Everything. And I love the actors in The Walking Dead. I love the actresses in The Walking Dead. I love the cast. I love the crew. I don't know if I want to count Scott Gimple, but Scott Gimple was the showrunner of The Walking Dead. But then they told him to go do something else after he killed Carl. I feel like after he killed Carl, like everybody, all the fans had a hatred for Scott. And I feel like that made him jump ship, if so to speak. I don't know. I could be reaching, but I felt like that's what did it. But I don't know. He wrong for killing off Carl. I'm sorry. He's wrong. I cried when they killed off Carl. I was not expecting that. But I didn't stop watching. After they killed Carl, I did not stop watching. It was messed up, yes. But I didn't stop watching. Because I felt like there was more to see. Like, I felt like we were going to get some better stuff, which we did. But I love Walking Dead, and that will never stop. And for those who fell off The Walking Dead, I mean, now that it's over, maybe you can find it in your heart to go binge watch. Now that it's over, you can go binge watch, after the Negan events, if that's why you stopped watching. Because I'm telling you, it got good. I mean, there were some episodes that were like, but it got better. It really did. So, 12 years of Walking Dead. Started in 2010, ended 2022. So it's been a good run. Thank you to everybody dealing with The Walking Dead and all the fans. I love the fans. I love the community. But I'm going to end the video. I'm going to stop talking, rambling. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And just to let you know, I have not gone anywhere. I just been busy with life. My mom's still sick, very, very sick. So prayers for her. And I just got a job, so I have to try to focus on that. It'll probably suck the energy out of me, so I probably won't feel like uploading as much. That's why I said I probably won't be uploading that much. But just try to hang in there with me on this channel and my Twitch channel. I'm going to try to upload whenever I can. So, thank y'all for watching, and thank you to the Walking Dead fans, and thank you to all my wonderful reactors that I mentioned in this video. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work with your reactions and any other reactions you choose to do. I'll try my best to watch you guys' reaction videos. You know, I mean, I don't watch every single one of them, but when I do, y'all know I will be in the comment section every time. But I love all you guys, and have a good night.